That's insane. We at Havens love the traditional Italian panini sandwiches that we get in New York City. And since Havens Kitchen is from New York City, we're going to teach you how to make one. My name is Neil and I'm the test kitchen manager at Havens Kitchen Sauces. And today I'm going to show you how to make our Green Goddess Italian style panini sandwiches. I love this recipe for one simple reason is that you don't need a panini press to make these sandwiches. I'm going to show you how to get those perfect grill marks that you need for a panini sandwich to qualify as a panini sandwich. And it's got all the winning combinations. It's got the sun-dried tomatoes, the Green Goddess with the basil in it, the leftover rotisserie chicken, we have fresh mozzarella, and we have some beautiful Italian Parmesan focaccia. You could use any bread of your choice. You could use ciabatta. I love the focaccia because it's got that nice bounce, and it's a fuss-free sandwich. It's what you make when you're bored. It's what you make when you want to indulge in a guilty pleasure, and it's a cracker of a dish. So for this recipe, we'll be using our edamame Green Goddess sauce, and this is the latest addition to our existing lineup of sauces. And I feel that this sauce goes really well with the panini sandwiches because a traditional panini would use pesto with any sort of chicken cutlet, and this does a better job than the pesto. It adds that creaminess also. Plus it's got the flavors of the basil which complement the mozzarella and the sun-dried tomatoes. And I don't think there's a better sauce that you could use for a panini sandwich than the Havens Kitchen Green Goddess. For this recipe, all you need is a good cast iron heavy bottom grill pan. And before I talk about anything else, I'm going to preheat this, because if you don't preheat your grill pan, if you don't get it hot enough, you're never going to get those grill marks that you see on a panini sandwich. So what makes a panini sandwich really interesting with a traditional authentic panini press is that the top of the sandwich is this extremely heavy, bulky piece of equipment that falls flat on the sandwich, which makes sure that the sandwich is evenly pressed, and it makes the sandwich tops really crispy. It gives those nice good grill marks. We don't have one yet. We don't have one, and we don't need one because we have a grill press. This is heavy, and this is perfect because it's got this little handle kind of an extension. And once I put my bread with all the fillings in it, all I'm going to do is just leave it on the sandwich. The weight of this is more than enough to get the bottom nice and crispy, to get those grill marks. With a good panini sandwich, you wouldn't have to flip it, but since we don't have one, all we're going to do is we're going to flip it and then do the same thing way down to get a nice, oozy, melty Italian panini sandwich. So we're going to get started with assembling our sandwich, and before we do that, I'm going to take my bread, cut it up into a nice portion, because panini sandwiches are huge. They're supposed to be a meal in themselves. You don't need a side of anything when you're having a good panini sandwich. So always, for bread, always use a serrated knife. You want to use the sawing action of the knife to get a clean cut. We have this. It's really thick, right? So what you want to do is the one thing that they taught me in culinary school was clean as you go. They said if you have time to lean, you have time to clean, and that's my biggest motto when I'm in the kitchen. I don't like working on a messy station because a messy station represents a messy chef, and I'm not one. Next thing I want to do is slice my mozzarella. You could tear it up. I just like to cut good even slices so that they can occupy the area of the bread. If using fresh mozzarella is something that you don't like, you're more than welcome and feel free to use shredded mozzarella that comes straight out of the packet. I don't like that because fresh mozzarella has more flavor, and usually the ones that you buy in the store in the packet is coated with some sort of flour, which makes it not stick together. And if you're making a good Italian panini sandwich, might as well use fresh mozzarella. I'm also going to cut up my sun-dried tomatoes. There's a reason why I have this on a separate board, and that's only because these are sun-dried tomatoes that were soaking in oil, and I have a wooden cutting board. If I cut these oily tomatoes on the board, they're going to leave a permanent stain there, and no matter what I do, I'll never be able to get those oil stains off my cutting board. can start assembling a sandwich. The first thing you want to do is a generous squeeze of the green goddess. You always want to ensure that you put some cheese to the side because that's what's going to make the cheese ooze out and look like a good sandwich. Be generous with your chicken. This looks pretty bulky, but remember that when you put the weight press down, it's all going to come together. So don't be afraid of using a lot of meat. Top it off with some red tomatoes. Another squeeze of the green goddess just to flavor our chicken. If you're too bored to make a panini sandwich, this is good in itself, but we always like to take one notch higher at Havens. So we're going to place this on a hot grill. So I have my grill heating, and as you can see, it's smoking, which means it's at the perfect temperature. I'm going to put the heat down a little bit. Add a glove of oil. This smells and looks so good. If you enjoy sandwiches as much as we do, be sure to check out our steak sandwich with quick pickled onions. You'll find a link for that in the description below. Who said you need a panini press to make panini sandwiches at home? You don't need one. All you need is a good pan, some good bread, and a heavy weight that's going to press down your sandwich. I'm not even going to wait to talk about this. I'm going to cut this in half, I'm going to take a bite and then talk about it. That's insane. I'm so tempted to wait one more bite, but I know we have to get pictures of this. Trust me guys, you have to make this sandwich. The link is in the description below. Don't waste any time, make it as soon as you can. And remember, the sauce is on our website. Be sure to buy that too. My name is Neil. Thank you so much for watching this video. Be sure to post all your questions in the comments below. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. Again, thank you so much.